At Thanksgiving, my niece took Grandma's envelope with $18,000 in cash gifts. And when Grandma noticed, my sister pointed at my daughter. She was near her purse. Mom cut in. "Stop arguing and cover it. Family doesn't call police. I didn't fight in front of everyone. I texted one word to my lawyer, then opened Grandma's photos and found." "Where's my Thanksgiving envelope?" Grandma said, fingers digging through her tote like it had swallowed a rabbit. The room went quiet except for the Cowboys game burbling in the den and the clink of a Pyrex lid. Someone set too hard on the counter. My sister's voice came first. "Mom, calm down. It's in there." "It is not," Grandma said, breath sharp. "It had the green ribbon. I tied it twice. I put 18,000 in it. It's gone." My niece Ava stopped mid-TikTok dance and did the stiff smile she does when she knows a camera might be on her. Then my sister Kara pointed, not subtle, not kind, straight at my kid. "She was near her purse," she said. "I saw her. She was hovering." Every eye swiveled to my son, Miles, 14, in the hoodie I told him was too warm for the oven heat. He froze with a dinner roll in her hand. The way his shoulders pulled up tight made something in my chest crack. "Seriously," I said. "You're pointing at a child?" Mom stepped between us, palms down. "Stop arguing and cover it," she said. "Family doesn't call police." There it was. The rule that has kept 1,000 bad things swept under the rug in our house. I didn't fight in front of everyone. I didn't defend every good thing my kid ever did. I didn't even raise my voice. I pulled my phone out, opened a text thread labeled Mara at Y, typed a single word, proceed, and hit send. Then I walked to the breakfast nook where Grandma had set her phone earlier to show me turkey photos. I opened the Photos app with my thumbprint. She still had me listed as Rachel Tech, tapped Recents, and found something even I wasn't ready for. A live photo. 3:41 p.m. today. Grandma's tote on the mudroom bench. And in the tiny moving thumbnail, a hand in a mauve gel manicure slid a green ribboned envelope from under the knit shawl and tucked it inside a puffer jacket with a North Face logo. I pinched to zoom. Not Miles's hand, not even close. "Ava," I said, "I think we should all take a breath." The room leaned because I never say anything when the temperature spikes. Here's the thing. I had proof, and I was done being the quiet wallet. Before I go deeper, I should back up with the passport stuff everyone always asks for. I'm Rachel King, 39, shop manager at a collision repair place in Columbus, Ohio. I drive a 2014 Honda Accord that smells faintly like brake cleaner and coffee. I rent a modest 3-bedroom on the east side for $1,475 a month because I like having a garage. Habit-wise, I'm a 6 a.m. woman. Black coffee in a chipped OSU mug. Podcast on. Torque lug nuts. I'm the quiet helper. Always have been. Family hierarchy for context. Kara, 36, is the golden child. She's the one who sparkles, as Mom says. Cheer captain in high school. Bridal boutique owner. Now, though, owner is generous. When Dad co-signed the lease and the business card printer still has a group watermark on it. Me. I'm the quiet donor/helper. Example 1. When Kara's boutique credit card ran to $7,260 in late fees in 2021, the family text went out. Emergency. Don't tell Dad. And I Venmo'd $1,500 that night, Cash Apped $400 the next morning, and quietly Zelled the rest over the week because payroll hit and I could. Example 2. When she and her husband Matt were between places, they moved into Mom's, and the temporary $1,200 security deposit she couldn't afford got fronted by me. I wired it from my Huntington app at 10:13 a.m. on a Tuesday between an oil change and a bumper bake. No one asked. No one wrote it down. It was family. It was what I did. Grandma, 82, lives on her own 10 minutes away. Sharp, funny, stubborn. Every Thanksgiving, she makes a blessing envelope for a grandkid. Savings, college, house fund, whatever she feels like. Weird tradition, I know, but she grew up cash poor and loves the tangible. She saves all year, lives like a monk, doesn't do stocks, hates fake money. She keeps records the old way. Paper, photos of bills in case of theft, serial numbers scribbled on the back of recipe cards, She'll snap a pic of a stack of 20s like people snap sunsets. This year was special. She'd sold some land her brother left her and earmarked $18,000 to surprise my cousin Eli, who just had a baby. The plan: dinner, pie, then the envelope, which had a green ribbon and a note that said, "Start with a crib, then buy something just for you." That envelope didn't make it to pie. We were set up like always, folding tables with 3 Target tablecloths taped underneath the good plates. Heavy Corel Costco pumpkin pies cooling by the window. The Lions were mercifully not on in our house, so football noise was Dallas. Kara had set a gift bar with little chalkboard signs that said gratitude, which is the kind of thing you do when you want photos of being generous without actually being generous. Miles was helping Grandma with her coat because she gets cold when she sits. She hovered. Yes, she's tall and gentle and better with zippers than arthritic hands. She tucked Grandma's knit shawl into the tote so it wouldn't drag. She was near the purse. The accusation landed like a turkey carcass. "Just empty her pockets," Kara said. "Let's be done with it." Miles held her hands out without me asking. Phone, house key, chapstick, crumpled Kroger receipt, $2.19 for gum. She looked at me like a dog who wants to do the right trick and can't tell which one you want. Mom fussed with the cranberries and said, "Rachel, your son needs to show respect and cooperate. We don't need a scene." "Respect goes both ways," I said, keeping my tone level. Kara added it up out loud. 18,000. Eli's thing is tonight. We don't have time for games. If it's gone, we'll cover it and move on. Rachel, you make steady money. You can settle with Mom after. That's the part that always sticks in me. The assumption that it will come from me. The quiet payroll. Here are a few more anchors so you know I'm not making this up. 2:28 p.m., I got a push from Capital One for my family card. I'd given Kara limited access 1 year for emergencies, showing a declined attempt at gold nails and spa. $128. I locked the card right there. 3:14 p.m. Grandma's iPhone calendar alert pinged. Blessing envelope after pie. 3:41 p.m. The live photo. Mudroom bench. White IKEA unit with 4 cubbies. 1 pair of UGG minis. 1 pair of black Chelsea boots. A roll of green ribbon on the floor like a dropped snake. I know exactly when I crossed from quiet helper to quiet line drawer. It was when Kara looked at my kid like she was a wallet with legs and said to Mom, "Take her backpack." Miles's jaw clenched. She swallowed. "I'm not stealing," she whispered. Mom sighed the way moms sigh when they plan to smooth the air. "She's a teenager. Teenagers make dumb choices. We don't need to moralize." The problem wasn't the money. The problem was the story they were writing with her name. So I typed proceed to my lawyer. Not because I planned to slap cuffs on a niece, because 2 weeks earlier, Grandma had added me to her checking account for help with online stuff and asked me to look into a paper that stops people from taking her money when she says no. We'd started the guardianship conversation gently. Mara had said, "If there's a theft, document everything. Don't yell. Paper beats yelling." I'm not a yeller. I'm a paper woman. Step 1 was social. Kara moved quick. "Miles, honey, did you see a green envelope near Nana's bag?" Her voice went sugar sweet now, like I was the unreasonable one. Sometimes teens panic. It's a lot of pressure with family watching. Miles stared at the linoleum. I didn't touch it. "Let's check her hoodie," Kara said to Mom like I wasn't there. I held up a hand. "No one is checking my kid without cause." "Cause is $18,000, Kara said. Step 2 was coercive. Matt, my brother-in-law, did the man of the house shoulder roll and said, "Let's just be practical. Put her stuff on the table. If it's not there, we apologize and move on. If it is, we fix it. No hard feelings." Hard feelings start when you search a kid without cause. Also, I said, it's illegal if she says no. "Rachel," Mom hissed, "stop being dramatic." Step 3 was the money hook. "If it's gone, we'll need to replace it for Eli tonight," Kara said, tapping her phone like a waiter with a bill or the whole point is ruined. "You can confront it, right? Your overtime kicked in. That text you sent Dad said December looks strong." I stared at her. "You read my text to Dad?" "He leaves his iPad unlocked," she said. "Family doesn't have secrets." "Family doesn't call police either," Mom repeated, like it was scripture. I didn't flinch. I slid my chair back, took Grandma's phone off the charger by the coffee bar, and opened photos. Grandma takes pictures of everything. Groceries to compare prices, pill bottles to ask doctors, cash stacks to remember how the bills looked. She labels albums like a librarian. Cash Gifts 2022, Cash Gifts 2023, Green Ribbon 2024. There it was. She'd photographed the envelope that morning, lined up with her recipe cards. She'd done a little live photo by accident. The way you do when you hold the phone too long and the yellow live box shines in the corner. I pressed and held. The still image moved. The angle shifted to the mudroom bench. The camera dipped like Grandma handed the phone to the shelf for a second while she fixed her scarf into frame. Ava's jacket, then a hand. Mauve manicure, a little star sticker on the right ring finger. She had those done yesterday at Gold Nails. I knew because she'd asked if I could drive her after school, and I'd said, "Ask your mother." The hand slid the green-tied envelope from under the shawl, tucked it into the jacket liner, and smoothed the pocket. Then the camera swung up again and froze back to still. 3 seconds, that's all a live photo gives you. Enough. "Ava," I said calmly, "can you come here?" She came, chin out, eyes wide in a way that begged for leniency. "What's up?" she said, like a question she didn't want answered. "Show me your hands." She showed them. "Move the gel star on your right ring finger." "What?" she said, smiling too fast. "Everyone has stars." "No, honey," Grandma said, voice thin. "I only saw yours at the salon." Kara moved between us like a shield. "Stop it," she snapped. "You'll traumatize her over a misunderstanding." I tapped the phone and turned the volume up. You could hear it now. The crinkle of ribbon, the soft swish of jacket nylon, the little exhale kids do when they're nervous. "Play it," Grandma said. "I don't think," Kara began. "Play it," Grandma repeated, louder. I did. The room heard the sound of their story cracking. Step 4 was the spin. "Okay," Kara said quickly, too quickly. So maybe Ava moved it to keep it safe. She was helping. People were in and out of the mudroom. Cousin Eli's toddler was pulling everything. Eli, who had no toddler in sight, 7 weeks old, asleep in a car seat, blinked. Matt chimed in. "Let's not turn this into some crime scene. She's 14. She made a mistake." "My kid is 14. She got accused of a felony 5 minutes ago." I didn't say that out loud. I just looked at Miles and watched her watch me. How I handled this would teach her something that would last longer than the pie. Mom started with the compromise voice. All right, Ava, dear, go check your jacket. If the envelope is there, we'll say you panicked. And Rachel, you'll apologize to Kara for your tone." I didn't have a tone. That's the wild part. I could feel how steady my voice stayed. "Before we move," I said, 2 things. Everyone waited. Even the cowboys quieted. 1, we're going to stop saying Miles's name in the same breath as missing money. You look at her. You say sorry for implying. You don't leave slime on her. Kara snorted. "What does that have to do with anything?" 2, I said, we're going to stop pretending I'm a bottomless ATM. I looked down at my phone. 3:58 p.m. A new text from Mara. Mara at Y. Received. Drafting petition plus letter to bank to restrict co-signers. Also drafting demand for return of funds if not produced. Do you want me to include incident today? I typed back, yes. Also remove Kara from any access to mom/grandma accounts. Paper, not yelling. Mom's face went pale. "Rachel, don't be cruel." "Boundaries aren't cruelty," I said. Kara laughed without humor. "You're overreacting. It's an envelope." 18,000 is more than an envelope, I said. It's a crib and heat and a roof. It's trust. And my kid's name is not the place to hide your mess. Ava mumbled, "I was going to put it back." Kara shot her a look so sharp I felt it. "Were you?" I asked. "Before or after your 4 p.m. Uber?" Her head jerked. "What?" "Your phone buzzed while you were dancing," I said, holding up her screen. She'd left it face up on the counter. 4:05, pickup to Easton Town Center. Bring cash for returns, I read. Your text to Megan say, "We'll hit Zara," and then Apple. My aunt's card is locked, so I need cash. Kara lunged for the phone. I held it above the sink and stepped back. "Don't grab," I said to her, like I say to grown men in the shop when they forget themselves. "Ask." "Give me my daughter's phone," she said through her teeth. "Say you're sorry to my son first," I replied. "Then we'll get the envelope. Then we'll decide what happens next." Silence. Then Grandma moved, slow but sure. She stood, took her tote by the strap, and said, "Ava, go get my money." Ava's lip trembled, but she went. Kara followed, muttering under her breath about lawyers and overreach and family. I stayed by the sink and exhaled for the first time in 20 minutes. Miles leaned into my side like she did when she was 6 after a hard basketball game. "You okay?" I asked. She nodded, swallowing. "I hate that they thought that. I was helping Nana, that's all." "I know," I said. "I saw you." She nodded again, shiny but dry. "Thanks for not yelling." Yelling is for people who don't have screenshots, I said. Ava came back holding the envelope with two hands like it might bite. The green ribbon was loosened, the loops messy, instead of the tight figure-8 Grandma ties. The flap was tucked back in like it had been unsealed and resealed too fast. That, more than anything, made Grandma close her eyes. "I'm sorry," Ava whispered. Kara put a hand on her shoulder, like a publicist arranging a photo. "She made a mistake," she announced to the room. "No one's calling police. No one's making this a thing. Family handles family." Mom nodded fast. "Yes, yes. Put the envelope on the table. Eli, say thank you. We eat pie." Eli didn't move. I took the envelope gently, laid it flat, and untied the ribbon. The money inside was in stacks. Grandma bands her bills with paper strips she clips from old magazines. She writes $1,000 on each strip in pencil. She likes symmetry. She likes the look of it. There were 8 bundles and 1 stack of loose tens. "Ava," Grandma said quietly, "did you take any bills out?" Ava shook her head too fast. No, I didn't." I lifted the loose stack. It was thin. I did the math in my head, the way you do when you've cashed too many registers. "Short by 200, maybe 240. "Count with me," I said. We did it out loud. The room had to hear it. 17,760, I said. Matt cleared his throat. "It's close enough." "It is not close enough," Grandma said, like someone had erased a line from her house. Kara threw up her hands. "Fine, we'll transfer the difference." "No," I said. She blinked. "Excuse me?" "You'll return the exact missing cash," I said. "If it's in a pocket or your car, go get it. If it's not, we'll wait. If it never shows up, I'll let Mara handle it." "Who is Mara?" Mom asked like I'd said a curse. "My lawyer," I said. Kara started. "Oh, come on." I pressed the live photo again, louder this time, so the crinkle echoed. The movement, the hand, the star, the tuck. The narrative had already flipped. You could feel it. That's the thing about proof. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. Kara's face jutted forward. "You're humiliating my daughter." "You tried to strip search my daughter," I said, voice flat. "We're not the same." Breaking point came small, not loud. Grandpa's old habit. He used to say, "If you don't know what to say, tell the truth and sit down." I told the truth. "Here's what's going to happen," I said. And I watched Miles watch me, learning. Ava is going to put the envelope in Grandma's hands. Kara is going to find the missing $240, even if that means checking the floorboards of the Uber. You're going to apologize to Miles out loud. Then you're going to step back from Grandma's money. I'll formalize that in writing. And no one here is going to involve my wallet in any emergency tonight. Kara made a noise like a tea kettle. Mom tried a softer angle. "Rachel, if you do something legal, it will ruin Christmas." "Christmas can be ruined," I said. "Miles's name doesn't get to be." A minute later, because shame is a good finder, Ava came back with 2 crumpled hundreds and 2 20s from the pocket of her tote. Wrong money smell, but money is money. She added it to the stack. We counted again. 18,000 on the dot. Ava cried quiet. Finally real. She was still a kid. I saw that. I didn't want a broken thing. I wanted a boundary. "I'm sorry," Ava said to Grandma, then to Miles, eyes on the floor. "I didn't think. Everybody always acts like the money shows up for us." There it was. The truth nobody says out loud. It does show up. I make it show up. I fix breaks and manage men who curse and bleed on frames. And I put money where holes are because I don't like watching people I love drown. But I am not a resource. Kara tugged Ava toward the hall. "We're leaving." "Not yet," Grandma said. Quiet. Steel. Apologize to Miles. Kara stared at her mother like she'd grown another head. "Now," Grandma said. Kara turned and looked at my son. "I'm sorry," she said, dead flat. "You were near the purse. It was an honest mistake." Miles looked at me. I shrugged, a half smile that said, "You don't need their shape of sorry to be okay." "I accept Ava's apology," Miles said. Then she went to the sink and ran water over her hands like washing a film off. Small detail, big meaning. I slipped the envelope into a new place, inside a gallon Ziploc, inside a roasting pan, inside the oven, and turned the oven light on. Grandma smiled at the oddity and nodded. It made her feel safe. She has always trusted appliances more than people. We ate pie. No one tasted it. You probably want to know what happened after Paper beats yelling, so I did paper. 6:12 p.m. I snapped Grandma's cash count sheet. 18,000, 2024 crib fund. Airdropped it, and saved it under Thanksgiving incident. November 27th. Live photo/count 619 in my Huntington app. 6:21. Yanked Kara's view-only access. Shut off Zelle on the joint with Grandma and set a $0 transfer limit. Screenshot. 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 6:23. Changed Grandma's garage keypad. Moved her spare keys from the mudroom bowl into a thumbprint lockbox. She cackled like it was a magic trick. 6:41. I texted Eli. Get a small fireproof safe. Century/Honeywell, 0.58 cubic feet. Keys. I'll set it up Sunday. He sent a $119.99 Lowe's receipt. 7:02. Mara emailed a letter. Immediate revocation of informal access. Plain English. Kara doesn't touch Grandma's money. Not POA yet, but enough. Petition ready if needed. I wanted locks, not a courtroom. 7:10. I deleted the family card from Kara's Apple Pay. 7:24. She tried gold nails and spa. Declined. I let the alert buzz. 7:31. Back steps with Miles. Leaves and dish soap in the air. If you hadn't found that video, she said, I'd always be the bad kid. Not to me, I said. Paper beats yelling. I added, proof beats accusation. She nodded. The oven safe was cool. It's very Nana. Inside, Kara and Matt were gone. Mom washed a mountain of spoons. You didn't have to make it so official, she said. I did, I said. 5 minutes before that video, you were ready to trade my kid's dignity for peace. Grandma cleared her throat. Write it down, she said. Missing, then found. Truth on paper. I wrote the facts. Time, count, apologies, changes, and filed it in a Nana Money folder next to her will, the $86.30 per month insurance receipt, and the safe receipt. Monday, 9:05 a.m. Kara called. You froze me out. Mom's hysterical. Ava's devastated. I'm done being a resource, I said. She was protecting Nana's money. Then why were $240 missing? I asked. Why did her Uber say bring cash for returns? Silence. Then he's a child, Kara said. So is my son, I said. But you pointed at him like a thief. Boundaries aren't drama. She hung up 10:12 a.m. Mom texted, can we just move on? I sent, we will with locks. That afternoon, I took Grandma to the bank. Patrice, sunflower pin, set up a gift fund savings that needs both our signatures. Future gifts will be cashier's checks. Grandma looked relieved. I like the ribbon, she said. We'll still use ribbon, I said. At home, I cut up the family emergency debit card, 6 pieces into different trash bags. Clean. Miles dropped her backpack. You really cut it up? I really did. Tacos? She grinned. We went $23.48 at Los Squachos. A week later, Sunday lunch, Kara tried. Maybe we overreacted if people stopped making lists. Lists aren't the problem, I said. Choices are. Ava looked at Miles. I'm really, really sorry. I know, Miles said, passing the salt. The family isn't fixed. The group chat's quiet. I'm off the hook for boutique emergencies. Grandma sleeps easier. The safe's under her quilts. The codes are on a recipe card and church cookies because she's her. Kara sometimes texts regular things. How do I turn off live photo? No reply. Mechanic for Matt. I sent the shop number. Civil. Not close. I told Miles we're skipping the big exchange. We bought a $39.99 pre-lit Target tree and a dumb ceramic taco ornament because the card-cutting night ended in tacos. She hung it dead center. This feels better, she said. It does. Being the quiet helper didn't make me good. It made me available, useful, not the same. They wanted me to pay for peace with my kid's name, my money, my silence. I won't. I changed codes, removed access, locked the card, wrote it down. Ate tacos with my son on a Tuesday. I'm not a resource. I'm a mom, and I have the screenshot.